So I have seen this theory, and let's talk about whether or not Peter Parker is going to become Venom. I am sure, like myself, you guys have checked out the PlayStation Showcase, and as part of that showcase, we saw Marvel's Spider-Man 2, where in the concluding sequences of the trailer, we heard this line.
Let's go, man, before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
And of course, the internet was set ablaze.
Wow.
Everyone was running around screaming, oh my goodness, they're gonna make Peter Venom. Peter is Venom. Look at the eyes. The eyes look very similar to that initial trailer appearance of the Venom himself. And since then, a lot of people have begun to echo the same sentiment, saying that, hey, Pete did become Venom in the Ultimate Comics, which is true. There was a sequence in which the symbiote Spider-Man slowly but surely transforms into what we more so consider Venom, which, speaking of which, we're going to do a little bit of math right now. Calm down. Don't worry. It's not going to feel like math in school whatsoever. But here is the Venom equation. First and foremost, we have the symbiote. The symbiote plus Spider-Man is symbiote Spider-Man. The symbiote plus Eddie Brock is Venom. Technically speaking, for those of you that don't know, all symbiotes are quote-unquote symbiotes, or the Clintar, which is the actual like fictional species that they're called in the Marvel comics. But then they have different classifications. So almost think about the symbiote is kind of like the last name, but then they all have unique first names, like Venom, like Carnage, like Anti-Venom, like Scream or Lasher, and the list goes on and on and on. So is there a chance that Peter breaks this equation and actually turns into Venom within this game? And I think the realistic answer is, I guess time will tell, but also my opinion on it is kind of. For me personally, I really hope we don't see Pete descend into full-on madness and full control of Venom. Because one of the things that I think a lot of people that are talking about this sort of topic are not discussing is that in the Ultimate Comics, he did not continue to be Venom. He was immediately startled by that appearance of the monstrous Venom beast and immediately wants out. He wants to be removed away from the symbiote host. He does not want to have anything to do with this thing as soon as he realizes that the Venom is going to push him towards acting against his own set of ethics and morals. Which, don't get me wrong, I think a scene like that could certainly take place in this game. If we see Pete descend into madness slowly but surely over the course of the title, with the culminating moment being him as Venom about to actually off Kraven permanently, only to be stopped by Miles, by MJ, or by his own self-conscience, realizing that this is not the way, I think I would be perfectly okay with that. I have, however, heard many people say that they would love to see Pete descend into full-on madness and truly become Venom. I personally think that that goes against everything that Peter Parker stands for. I think everything that we've seen Pete go through, all the pain and suffering that we've seen him go through, would be completely diminished if he is then persuaded so very easily into the power and allure of the Venom symbiote. I mean, we're talking about a man who chose to save all of New York instead of his aunt, the one final person in his life who he can quote-unquote call family, and he still was selfless about that and still chose to prioritize the city. And so to me, I am certain that we will see Peter descend into a light level of madness, because it's evident from even the trailer that we have seen so far. It's quite obvious that he begins to be rude and ignore Miles.
Miles, the hunters tracked Connors to the Harlem Fish Market.
Lizard. I'm on it. Sounds like Kraven's checking off his...
We don't have much time. Move.
Guess we'll chat later?
He's a lot more aggressive when rescuing that one civilian that at this point has become a meme.
Bruh.
And he outright makes a reference to having some giant teeth, which is something that, at least in his current form, he does not display. But we know that that is obviously an iconic imagery element of the Venom that we all think of when we say that name. And so to surmise, I really hope that we actually do see a sequence that lets Pete get to the doorstep of Venom. But do not cross and go inside, because to me, Peter has to be strong enough and has to have a clear conscience where he is able to pull away from the allure of the Venom symbiote. Which then I guess opens up the question as to who actually will be Venom in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. So I'm gonna flip the question to you guys. Let me know down in the comment section below, do you think that Pete will actually turn into Venom and be Venom for a considerable amount of time in this game? Let me know down in the comment section below. Or do you think we'll get a different Venom? Will Harry Osborn take up the mantle of Venom? Will Eddie Brock make an appearance? Because we know he exists in this world, we just have not seen him yet. And obviously, there's also the possibility of a giant mix and match where the symbiote takes over multiple different hosts, and maybe it starts out with Pete, but then when it pushes him all the way to the edge and tries to really turn into Venom, Pete says, not gonna happen. Nope. Maybe with the assistance of Miles Morales, and then it goes on to find a new host in the classic Eddie Brock. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out. Thank you guys so very much for watching today's video. And of course, in addition to that, if you enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like. If you'd love to see an explanation as to why exactly is Miles now rocking the blue electricity, bioelectricity, instead of the previously orange one, check out the video right here that breaks all that down.